Hi, I'm Debbie, and welcome to Divine Destiny with Debbie. Today we're reading for October 24th, 25th, 26th, and 27th, Monday through Thursday. Now, if you're looking for the main reading, well, this is the introduction. It will be tagged on to all of the videos. But if you want to look for the main reading, or you cross-watch, or you're new to the channel, then go right down there to the description, and there will be a timestamp, and you can bypass this all. Hope you watch it at least one time. And also, too, thank you so much. Yes, you can hear I still have whatever this is going on. Still pretty tired for whatever reason, too. But, things are happening. The energies are very, very strong. So let's get on with our readings. I'm going to be using, for the main readings, my Radley Valentine Archangel Power Tarot cards. Also, Guardian Angel cards. I will use this inspirational wisdom from Angels and Fairies, written by Frances Monroe and artwork by Judy Mastrangelo. That will be for the main. Also, my Emily Anderson crystal deck. Now, for this, the introduction, we're going to use my Waite Rider Traditional Tarot and my Osho Zen Tarot cards. Now, I pray, I meditate, I infuse all the decks with Reiki energy. Remember, but this is a general reading, so it may or may not resonate. Take what you like, leave the rest. I am an intuitive channeler. I open myself up to higher power, Holy Spirit, God, whoever that is, what you want to call. I say God, Holy Spirit, and just say, let the words come through. Let them not be mine. Let them be the words of the source. Okay, so let's see, before we even start, yes, everybody keeps feeling change. And we know that there's a lot of things going on in the world. And we still have that, we have that Pluto in Capricorn, which is all about, Pluto, think of that as the phoenix that, destroys and then rises from the ashes. Capricorn, all about home, security, life. That's been there for 12 years. Capricorns know what this is like because they have felt the disruption for for almost the 12 years. It started, it started, 2008, so it's been more than that, too. Okay, now, Pluto also associates quite strongly with Scorpio, and I need to tell you that because, we do have, whenever Pluto and Scorpio are meeting in this way, there is a little more emphasis on whatever's going on. Pluto has gone direct, but it's slowly direct. And so that means it's covering a lot of the ground. When something goes retrograde, so here's the planetary movement, and this is how it appears. It doesn't necessarily do this, but this is the illusion or the appearance of. So here it is, it's going through, or I should go this way for you. It's going through, it's direct. Now it starts to slow down, and this is when we call it stationary. So then this would be stationary retrograde. So it then slows down to almost a stop, and then it does stop, and then it starts to go over again, and then it comes to where it needs to stop, and now this is again direct. This is stationary, and now it's going to go direct. So, and then it goes direct. It starts slow, and it gets a little faster, but not super, super fast. So it really covers the same ground about 3 times, okay? 1, 2, 3. Okay, so it covers the same ground 3 times. It's really getting into the nooks and crannies of whatever it is it needs to do. And like I said, Pluto is the planet of destruction, but then it does have the rebuilding energy to it too. So we have that going on. Now we just had Saturn, which was retrograde in Aquarius, and Saturn just went direct also. So it is still in a, let me see, when did it go direct? It is still kind of in a stationary mode, but it is, let's see, new moon. I'm sorry. Saturn went direct on the 23rd. So it's still on its slow path, and it's still going past. Saturn also has a strong connection with Scorpio too. They all have connections with the others, but there is an interest. Saturn has a strong interest in Scorpio. Now we have Mars energy. Mars has been going direct in Gemini, and then on the 30th it goes retrograde. So it will be covering that same path about 3 times, okay? So that will be on the 30th. Mars also has a very strong energy, a strong connection with Scorpio. So we've got Pluto, Saturn, and Mars all kind of in this slow motion right now, throwing their energies really behind Scorpio, pushing it forward. Scorpio too, associated with the scorpion, also with the eagle, gives you that higher view. It also is with the phoenix, which, like I said, Pluto has an association with the phoenix too. And, rising from the ashes. Scorpio is also in the South Node right now, and I think for another 6 months. And that means that there's a lot of stuff from the past that's really being visited by this very, very strong energy. And yes, I do consider Mars also Aries, because Greek and Roman mythology, Mars is Aries, Aries is Mars. So they all have this, they all intertwine with each other, but there is a lot of intensity going on right now. Now, I was talking to my sister yesterday about what's going on, and I was looking into November, and we'll talk a little bit more about it when it comes closer. But November, I would say the thing that was going on with Gemini, with it going retrograde, and again, that was the 30th, and that will be at 9:26 a.m. Gemini, and also too on the 29th, Mercury enters Scorpio at 3:22 p.m. These are Eastern Standard Time. And also too, Jupiter, which is not going direct, or it's not doing stationary, it's just retrograding back. It goes back into Pisces. And, this is where there's going to be some planning. There's kind of really deep energy clean out with Pisces here too. But I was looking at what was going on, and I was saying, okay, October 30th, goes in, and then there's something on the 4th, 5th of November, very strong energies. And then we have the new moon, the full moon, the 8th and 9th of November. And the interesting things, again, it involves all of those planets that I'm telling you about, Pluto, Saturn, and also Mars, and also Venus. But and Venus is the one that gives a little bit of hope and a little bit of a loving balm to it. But the thing about it is, we have, with those planets going in November, we also have some squaring and some trining with Uranus. Now, Uranus is in Taurus. Taurus will be the full moon. There will be a full moon eclipse, a lunar eclipse. So there is this, with this new moon on the 25th, there is a partial solar eclipse going on with that. But then, and that means that when there's an eclipse, it gives a little more strength to it. New moon is a new start. So whatever's going on, so maybe even the 25th we can go on to. 25th to that 9th. Like I said, Scorpio season has the appearance of being very intense, very strong energies. And you throw in Uranus, some of the aspects with Uranus, which, like I said, is in Taurus. Some of it's trining. That's favorable, and some of it's squaring, so that's opposing. So that's where we're going to have, I feel like we're going to have the shakeups at that time, whatever those shakeups are, okay? So it's, but the thing is, too, when you can see these things, or when you can feel these things, or when you hear these things, it always does remind me. It reminds me, because some people will say, I know things, and when they happen, they scare me. Well, when you know these things and you're told these things, you just have to believe, you just have to remember that God is in control. And because she shared it with you to begin with, that means that you are, not to be afraid, okay? So let's see what we have. And again, if I have to pause the video because of coughing or whatever this is, I will do that. But let's see what we have, higher power. So I did tell you when the new moon was, right? The new moon. So, and again, that's very precious energy. So new moon in Scorpio, 6:48 a.m. on the 25th, Eastern Standard Time. We've got, again, the 28th, Jupiter goes into Pisces. It continues its retrograde movement into Pisces. 1:10 a.m. October 29th, Mercury enters Scorpio, 3:22 p.m. And like I said, Mars goes retrograde in Gemini on the 30th, 9:26 a.m. So all of these are very early in the morning too. Interesting. So let's see what we have here. Higher power, what would you want people to know for this week, the 24th? Okay. Letting go of something, letting go of something. Very strong energy saying letting go of something, things changing. Now this is the, we've got three or four cards out already, so I don't need to pull any more. This is the Three of Swords. Now remember that reversed has a little more energy to it. So Three of Swords. Okay, we have the sword energy. That is our air energy. That is our Saturn. That is our Aquarius. That is our Gemini. That is our Libra energy. It is it is thinking things through. It's it's air energy. It is hearing messages. It is, I'm kind of even getting fanning the fire energy here, just as you would with air. It is also making plans. It's also strategizing. So now this is reversed. Okay, so we'll make this right. A lot of times this is one of those really cards that people go, can we go and just do another one? Because it is about hurting. It is about pain. It is about some going through things that we did not necessarily want to go through. We also have a 3, and the 3 tells us it's about celebration and creativity. It's also about, the power of 3. So whatever this was, it was very, very needed, or it is very, very needed. Now, you've got the rain clouds. You've got the rain. It is behind the heart. You've got these 3, it looks very ominous. The thing about it is, though, you have to see, the heart is very bright. The heart is very resilient. And even though these are 3 that are in it, it does not mean that life does not go on. It just means that whatever happened had to happen, and we have to learn to move past it. We have to learn to move beyond it. And we might still feel the pain, but, pain does dull. Pain, might leave scars, and these swords may never be able to be removed, but there is healing, there is hope. And it's kind of, to me, when I see the 3 of Hearts, it's like, maybe you feel like you're experiencing the worst right now, but the worst is either about to be over or it is coming to an end. Okay? So I don't mind the 3 of Swords. Like I said, it's like a lot of the pain, a lot of the suffering that you're feeling now or that you have been feeling will soon be leaving. Okay? And then we come to the Ace of Swords. Again, we have that ace energy. Again, Aquarius, Gemini, and Libra. And remember, I told you, Aquarius and Gemini, strong energies are in there right now. This has new ideas. This has a new beginning. This has a new way of thinking about something. So while we have to let go of something, we have to maybe let go of an old way of life, an old way of thinking, an old perspective. A new idea, a new understanding is coming, because this is very cerebral energy. This is very, very thinking things through, new ideas happening, and it may not necessarily be easy. This may not be easy, and it may not be easy for whatever this new thought process is. But this, Ace 1 is a new beginning, and again, the swords, the energies I told you about, air energy, hearing messages, and it's kind of like reframing and redeveloping your thought processes. So let's see what we have here. Okay. So now, again, this one is reversed. We're going to flip. Okay, we're flipping that one. And this one is an 18. So we have a 1-8. So we had a 3-1, 1-8. 1 is a new beginning. 10, transitional energy. 8 is unlimited opportunities and possibilities. We do have the new moon on the 25th. So it is the start of something. The new moon brings a start. So there could be a start to whatever this process is. It could be a start to healing, a start to revelation type of energy, hearing the new idea, the new plans. The moon, again, the moon is always interesting because it means that there are things that you don't always know. There are things that are hidden. There are things that are very celestial. There are things that are very lunar. Now, moon energy is is a feminine energy. It is it is very closely associated with our water energy. So we have we have some of these creatures of the night looking up at the moon. The moon is not necessarily, sometimes I get really good energy with the moon. But this moon, I feel like it's looking down. It's not necessarily pleased. There is kind of a sun, so this could be this could be the partial solar eclipse even energy here. And it's, the creatures of the night are coming out. And it could also be that, the moon is going to shine on that. It's going to bring out the hidden energies, the things that have been hidden. So we will see. And our last card, and again, this is reversed. So we've had were all of these reversed? Maybe this one was not, but this one is. Now we have a 2. 2 is a joining together, is a crossroad, is decisions. This is the High Priestess. The High Priestess does talk to you about connecting with your higher power, is that oracle in many, many ways, is the one that, you don't even have to come. It's not like you have to come to me to ask me, what's going on. You can even take time to connect with higher power in order for you to understand that. Again, we have feminine energy here. We have a lot of what is considered holy energy, okay? We have a lot of what is considered holy energy here. And, there is this, this thought, and then we even have the crescent moon here. So again, that could be a new moon, could be. So maybe the 25th is going to be the start of the healing, start of the letting go, start of the discovery. Not quite sure, but it does, it does say to really, connect with higher power, keep your light bright, keep your vibrations very high also. The nice thing about the High Priestess is she doesn't overwhelm you. I mean, sometimes she'll stretch you a little bit, but she doesn't overwhelm you with things you don't need, okay? Like sometimes it's like, I'll get messages and I'm like, well, why can't I know more? Why can't I know how this resolves? And the answers that I've been given pretty much all the time is, if you knew more, if you knew how this all resolved, you would not want to get out of bed. So just, because it would be too overwhelming for our humanity. So I would say that there's going to be some mysterious energies. Connect with God, Holy Spirit, whoever that is for you. New ideas, new information coming through, and that could be pain that is here is going to be moving and lifting. It could mean we're going to have. It could be. I don't see it as a fresh pain, and the reason I don't see this is going to sound gross, but you see these three. Okay, the clouds and the rain is behind this, right? If this was a fresh pain, this heart would be gross, okay? We would be seeing a lot of gross things. This heart is a healthy color. There is no blood seeping or anything from these wounds. So that tells me that this has been for a while, and that there is, even though it is not healed, there is healing energy in this, okay? Sorry, didn't want to gross you out with my, from my nursing background. So it's like, if there were 3 swords in this heart, and you got, it would just be an old bloody mess. And then I would say, let's pull another one. Let's pull another one. So let's see what we've got going. Osha Zen Tarot. Can you kind of add to any of this? So there's a lot of spiritual energy next week, or I should say the 24th to the 27th. There is a lot of thought processes. I would say that there is going to be, remember too, what I always say about Saturn in Aquarius, and now that it's going back over some of the same ground, it is, this is reality. This is truth versus illusion, truth versus lies, reality versus illusion. Okay. So but the moon will show you just enough. You might have to make your own way. Connect with your high priestess. Connect with your higher self on that too. So interesting energies with those two. So let's see. And you can always comment and tell me what you're thinking this is all about. Let's see. Osha Zen Tarot, what do you have for us? What do you have for us? Here we go. Abundance. Well, I like the abundance card. I do like the abundance card. I think this would be like that king of, I think this would be the king of pentacle energy. I think this is, but I get a little bit, off with these cards too. But this is abundance. There is a rainbow energy around. Now that could be, it's moon energy all around us too. There is, kind of being lifted up. It's saying, so there is abundance coming. It's just kind of, some of these are the steps we have to go through, we have to experience before the abundance actually comes to us. So, this person looks well fed. This person looks pretty happy. This is very male energy, masculine energy. So, the thing is, even though this is all happening, there is a promise of abundance to come. I know sometimes it doesn't seem like it, but then you know what? I've lived a long time, and it's like many of my worries, once I went through what it is to the other side, I was like, oh, now I understand. Now I understand. So, I'm going to tell you, don't be afraid. We live in a tough world. The world is not for wimps, but we are, I'm going to say we are star seeds. We are light workers. Many of us have spirit guides, connections with higher power. So have faith, believe, and just keep pushing forward. Okay? Okay. Now, I've got to go to that part that says, please like, share, subscribe, click on the bell for notifications. Just being off even that one time, it just really messes things up for me. So please like. Also, too, with the bell and subscribing, many people tell me that they subscribe. They don't see my videos popping up. So they have to unsubscribe and then subscribe again. The same thing with the bell. Okay. Anyway, why don't we now start our readings? Hello, my Pisces. So, Jupiter has moved back into your sign. So what does that mean? Well, there's a lot of good energy you can use. Dream big. Make your plans, dream. Like I said, dream big. We still have Neptune there. Neptune's going retrograde too, right? Isn't it? So deep dreams, subconscious dreams. What is it that you thought, well, you know what? That's never going to happen, but I'd really like it if it did. Again, dream big. All the way back. Go all the way back to where it is in that subconscious. Figure out what it is you've been looking for and wanting. Good time with this new moon to put it out there. Okay, let's see. Higher power, what do you have for my Pisces here? Pisces. And like I said, it's very intense energies going on right now. So, instead of running away or being frightened by them, stand up and utilize them. Okay, let's see what we've got going. First card is the Knight of Gabriel. So now, Knight energy, because court cards have dual energies. So Knight energy, the underlying one is fire. Gabriel is fire. So this is a fire energy. Knights are directional. Once you figure out your direction, this is where you're going to go. But the Knight of Gabriel, the Knight of fire, once you really figure it out, this is a time for you not to even stop. This is a time for you to just move forward with those plans, move forward with that vision, move forward with your, your goals, your aspiration type of energy. This is passionate, burning. This is like consuming. It's like, this is the time I need to move forward. I need to go after my dreams. Okay. Now, with the Knight of Gabriel, it's, you're not necessarily, going half planned or half cocked or half, I'm just doing it. I'm not getting up today or tomorrow and quitting my job and moving to Fiji, though that might be quite fun. But there is some logic to it. There is, because the Knight's not stupid either. The Knight and the night does take orders well, but it needs to make a little bit of sense to the night too. So I don't know who needed that one, but it is a time though that if you've got something that's moving on, something that, starting a business, a new moon is a wonderful time to start these things. Okay? So the Knight of Gabriel is confident, enthusiastic, courageous, and charismatic. Time to take action, great passion for a cause, instinctively knowing just what to do. And that's the thing about fire energy. It just knows that it needs to do this, it needs to do that. Okay? So the Knight of Gabriel, once you figure out your direction, run with it. Run with it. Now again, too, caution you, it's easier to get a job when you have a job, so please, no one is to quit, no one is to stop without having the next thing lined up. But the Knight of Gabriel does have a little bit of a risk, does have a lot of risk energy to it. It does put you out, makes you a little more vulnerable, and it is a chance. It is it does take a little bit of a risk. So just be aware of that too. Next card is the World. So we have a 2-1, 21, 2 crossroads choices coming together, 1 new beginning, 2 plus 1 is a 3, celebration, creation. We have Archangel Michael. Michael is the defender, is the warrior energy. The World says you've been doing a good job. The World says you've gotten the job done. You're where you're supposed to be. Now you've got some choices. You can either stay where you're at for a little bit and just kind of enjoy the moment, or you can get ready for your next stage. Or you can also help others and mentor others as you get ready for your next stage. Okay? But the World basically congratulates you. The World basically says, it'll say, a very happy ending, coming full circle, spiritual growth, and insight. So, and also to think of it too as new moon, especially with eclipses. Eclipses magnify the energies. So a new moon, the new moon and the full moon will always bookend each other if there's an eclipse. So one will have an eclipse, the other will have the eclipse too. So they come in 2 with that. But the new moon begins something, and the full moon brings it to for fruition. Okay? So this could be that time for you to really start something. And I know the world may not seem like it's a good place to start something right now, but you'll do it wisely. And we do have Archangel Michael to kind of carve your way through. Okay, carve your way through. How about make your path easier? Let's go on. This card is perspective. So we have a 2-1, 1-2. So we have a mirrored image here. This is perspective, Archangel Chamuel. This is also the Hanged Man. This is looking at things a little bit differently. This is not necessarily saying the way you're looking at it is wrong, but it's saying, but what if you look at it from a different point of view? What if you look at it from the lender's point of view? What if you look at it from the buyer's point of view? Looking at things from kind of a 360 point of view, sometimes a 180. But it's not necessarily, it's saying, don't just look at it through your own eyes. Look at it with other people. Look at it, and sometimes you might have to ask other people to help you. What do you think about it? It doesn't mean that you do not that you do not have confidence in your own knowledge, but it gives you a bigger perspective. Okay? It helps you to look for the hidden things that you may have in the passion of the night of fire, maybe not have seen. Okay? This is exuberant. This is like nothing can stop me. So, and it's not to say something's going to stop you because you've got the World. It's just that you have to look for the road bumps too. Okay? And be aware of them. Not to stop you, just so that you can overcome them that much easier. Anyway, there's a better way. Pause for reflection and insight. Dare to be different. I feel like that's something very big. So it's kind of like if everybody else does something, same old, you may want to say, now how can I shake that up a little bit? And if you are starting a business, there's always like, well, why would I want to come to you? What makes you different? So let's see. Guardian angel, what do you have? And I like that we have the 2-1, the 1-2. We have the mirrored numbers. So let's see what we've got going on here. Guardian angels for my Pisces. What do we have for my Pisces? What do you want to tell our Pisces here? Okay. Oh, we got 2 cards that, one fell out, so they want to be seen. This one is go within. So this would be the High Priestess. So we have that 2 again. So 2, 1, 1, 2. So go within does talk about you are a very intuitive person, and there are many wonderful insights that lie waiting inside you. Take time to be quiet and reflect upon the desires of your heart through meditation or prayer. There's no need to take action right now, though the night may want to push you forward. Be patient with yourself. So that came in as the High Priestess in the introduction. So you may want to take a look at that. Reversed, open your heart. This is also the Lover's card. So you've got 4 major arcanas and a court card. It's a very strong week for you, strong energies for you. Now, I do love the message. We have a 6, the number of man. It's the energy you put into something. You put a lot of energy in, you get a lot of energy back. Allow love to grow and bloom all around you. You've waited for this emotionally fulfilling experience for such a long time, and now the time has come. Make your choices by listening to your heart and then following the steps you're guided to take. Joy will lead you to a vibrant and healthy life. So there's a lot of loving and wonderful energy, a lot of 2 energy there too also. So let's see. These are the inspirational wisdom from angels and fairies. What do you have for my Pisces here? What do you have for my Pisces? What do we have for my Pisces here? Here we go. Forest spirit. Very pretty. You have the wisdom to make changes in your life if you act with authority and let go of doubt. Kind of pulls this together, doesn't it? It does say you have the authority to do it. Don't doubt yourself. The Knight of Gabriel doesn't doubt himself at all. Okay, let's see what we've got going. But it's always perspective. It is always perspective. So let's see what we have. What crystal or energy for my Pisces would be helpful too. What would have there? What would we have here? Okay, sure. Oh, we got a couple. Amazonite is all about solace, healthy lifestyle, clear communication, and balance. And there we've got some fire energy. Passionate, creation, travel, courage. So even though you've got these wonderful major arcana cards, it does say that whatever you're going after, go after it with passion. Believe in yourself. Believe that whatever this is what it is that, is for your betterment. Okay? So, I guess the thing is, why try if you're not going to be passionate about it? Anyway, you can always try because maybe it's going to bring you more money. Okay. My Pisces, take a moment, please, because this helps. I was sick. I missed one. It messes everything up. So if you could please like, share, subscribe, click on the bell for notifications, comment. I will be getting to my comments. I am on the upside, so thank you. As always, my Pisces, always know that you are loved, stay shining, and be blessed. Bye-bye.